Right here from the cab of my new truck in western North Carolina. Biltmore to be specific. Hola, привет, ishikala, ni hao, konnichiwa. I hope that today is reaching you the best of spirits. I hit a little roadblock, but failure's not an option on this one, so I'm just waiting for my Sawzall battery to charge back up and I can get back on it. I got 2 good cuts before I can get a good piece of scrap off of here. All I got to do is come over here. I got that good side cut. I'm gonna make a cut right there at the end of that blue line all the way up to the top. That's gonna take a good hour right there. I got a good cut all the way down the middle right there. And I have a little technical snafu, is that spring right there. I don't know if you can see or not, there's a spring that holds this door up. Should just let loose. I don't know if I have any problem with that. But if I can make this cut all the way up to there and then go up to that cut, hopefully then this side will just fall right off right after I make this vertical cut right there at the end of that blue line right there. And then I can just take that one side off, and then this side right here should collapse into the truck and making that door a lot easier to take care of. If I can't cut through it or take it off directly, I'll just cut right here all the way up there and then over to that cut, bypassing that spring unit being an issue for me to remove side of the truck. And like I said, it should just fall down into there and making this exercise better. Bad news is a friend of mine who I thought was a friend for over 30 years stole all my hand tools out of this truck when I gave him the privilege of living in this truck while he was homeless and on drugs and alcohol. Stole my hand truck, which I need to start working with this truck as a delivery driver, as an independent contractor. That fucking thing cost me $300, man. Cause I like nice stuff, you know. I buy nice stuff. This is the only piece of junk truck I've ever owned. I thought I could make a low ball investment and make something happen. But unfortunately, it's an international, so it turned out to be a money pit. Man, I probably got like 5 grand washed up in this bullshit, and it just didn't work out. That and I had to move from where I was at and where I was moved to. The vehicle couldn't pass registration because it couldn't get inspected. Couldn't get inspected because it wouldn't start. Because it couldn't start, I couldn't get it to the place to get it inspected. My girlfriend screwed up my buddy under the table situation where I had a guy who would just pass vehicles without even fucking looking at them. I could have put another sticker on it. It would have stayed where it's at, and I could. It's potentially a very good truck, except for this rear end is like rear end ratio is like 6.5 to 1, which means that this 7.3 diesel engine is screaming to go 40 miles per hour. It's got 350 horsepower in it. There's no reason for that. I like the big wheels. I like the stance of this box. If I can find another one in a more modern rendition, like with say a turbo diesel and a 8-speed Allison transmission, I probably will. See, I didn't finish this paint job. I actually got it smoothed down. The next layer would have been just like this. And this is actually spray balm. I sanded this down and put a guide coat down, and I didn't do such a good job on my edging there. I didn't put the paper on at the right length. I did auto body for a couple years. If I had time to do 2-stage on this, I probably could have done a superb job. But I do digress. Again, this was all bashed in. You can kind of almost see where, right there's where the Bondo, I filled all this in. I pulled it out as much as I could, but I didn't have any proper tools to do this with. I rebuilt the wiring harness on this truck. I went underneath the truck. I went underneath the truck and I even debraded most of the rust. You can see the parts that I hadn't gotten to yet to remove the rust and paint with Rust-Oleum. That transmission's still good. I'm going to try to save that somehow. I could probably get a couple thousand out of that. I'm not sure about the engine. I ethered the fuck out of it. I probably bent all the rods. Yeah, this was one big heap of rust when I got it down in here. And then that rear end, well, that was all rust. And I got to that. Didn't get so much on the inside of the frame right over there. I knocked the majority of the rust off, but I didn't get around to painting it. That drive shaft, you can see it was kind of rusty. I got the part of it. I just got to jumping around on it so I wouldn't get bored. I try to do a methodical job more often than not. Just really it's a travesty, a waste of fucking money, waste of fucking resources. Lucky I found a passionate soul who rented me a little spot right here in this little industrial park so that I could at least recoup some of my losses. I really need it. I spent all my money here moving back into the house with my girlfriend. I bought her a new sink faucet for her bathroom and her kitchen. Bought a riding lawnmower. She bought a weed eater. I found my other weed eater. Bought like 3 weeks of groceries. Yeah, the $1,500 I had to start this business up with, I foolishly spent living. We went out to eat a couple times, but you know, I've made a little bit of money since been back home, and I've had a couple job offers. I don't want a job. I'll hustle the street first. If what I got to do just to keep not being somebody's employee. I don't do it. I don't answer to those. I don't answer to fools. Having money does not make a person exactly wise or intelligent. And when people tell me something to do that don't fucking make sense, I just don't do it. And I'll tell somebody just to fuck off in a heartbeat. That's why I've pretty much been self-employed for most of my life. And fuck, especially when people try to act like they're better than you. Anyhow, do digress. Moving on. Today's gonna be another great day. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for showing up.